What's going on, YouTube? My name is Casey Francis O'Brien, and I'm still out here on the spiritual front lines. I came in here to steal some headphones, I'm not gonna lie. And when I got in here, I had a big revelation. Again, because I had kind of forgotten, because I like to push it all away, that we're living in a matrix. And in that, there are things called power games. And it's kind of like the mycelial network, right? Where all these people are trying to absorb the information of everyone around them. And most people have been deluded due to a lack of bitches or whatever they've got. There's a lot of systematic issues in the consciousness of white America. For whatever reason, it could just be that I'm a soul in a private server. You feel me? But for whatever reason, I got followed by the typical white trash, skinny, kind of lean, very rigid, has an issue with me for some reason, and will follow me to the through stores and do whatever they can to emasculate me and ruin my day. It happens to me every single day. So now that I have a nice phone, I wanted to see if who's still waiting for me out there. Because he followed me through the entire store. The entire store. Every aisle. Walking up to me this close. And he stands like this. So we're just going to see if we can find him. I'm going to show you what he looks like. Maybe do a face cam on it or something. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No. I wasn't there for a long time, to be fair. But it ain't so bad. No robots. So at the risk of looking weird. But if the crows have taught us anything, it's that as soon as you hit the button to record, they all flee. So they're all. But with song mind and sequential thinking, you can see the pattern and everything. Appreciate you. So I'm trying to get either these ones or these ones, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, but it seems that whoever that guy was seems to have sprinted out of the store immediately, even though he spent 20 minutes following me through every single aisle. As soon as I hit the record button, he's nowhere to be seen in the entire store. The line was full. He would have had no time to get what he needed in the register and leave. Yeah, I don't know. Yo, is it the same hours today?
Yeah, we're open 9 to 9 every day.
Okay, I left my wallet at home. I gotta come back. Thank you.
We also take Apple Pay or Cash App?
It's Cash App. I could try to set it up and come back.
Actually.
It'll be quicker to get my wallet.
No, you're
all right, appreciate it though.
Yeah, of course.
See if we can find him, man. I don't know, it's suddenly a lot colder. Yeah, crow. When you realize it's all connected, it's all generative, and they have targets, like I'm a target. Like there's a homeless guy smoking a cigarette on an e-bike, which is the trajectory of the path I was going down. And that was going right to left, and I was surrounded by crows, and you saw it, he was followed by the crows. You heard me? That's called an archetype or symbolism. That's a motif. There's a better word for it, but it's not coming to me right now. It's not tiramisu. Yeah, so I woke up feeling powerful and aware with a lot of knowledge. And it seems like when I walked through the store, everyone that was doing their daily tasks got hijacked and rerouted to get in my way, to do something to me subconsciously in the ethereal realm that usually leaves me feeling anxious, powerless, and fighting to survive. Okay, so what God just told me is that they're attacking my grace. I figured out naturally how to reroute everything and transfer it back into a grace, which is a high frequency with a specific color and shape and type of energy. I naturally have learned through perseverance for years, through crows, cops, creeps, cunts, crackheads, cold, to put that there. Okay, where? I can just reroute it naturally and I live in that world. Because I grew up with Legos, alone in isolation. So what they're afraid of is that I'll be a role model. I'll be a shining example of how to live in that truth. Which is why they had someone follow me through the entire store, but as soon as the camera goes on, he sprints out of the store. And nobody called the police. It's not like he stole. The man disappeared. But you guys at least got to see how when I have a specific path I'm going down, when I choose the way to go. All the bots in the store do bot things. So what are the bot things you can go back and see? You can see how everyone was looking at food, looking at clothes, looking at whatever they do. Before I even get to their area, they decided, oh, let's go this way now, just to get in front of me, to block my way. Hopefully you can see how obvious that was. It was a completely empty store, except for those places. Then if you, also I don't know if I picked up on it, when girls are attracted to guys, they hike their pants up to show off their ass. So you can catch that too. It doesn't go to my head. I don't think like, wow, I'm so hot shit. Wow, look at me. I'm so important. I'm the main character. Because I've been traumatized so much that all I really think about is like, let's just get what we need to get done and keep going. Because I know there are bigger and better things I can be doing. I know that if I'm in this position, there's so much more that I can do with that. There's a reason that this is happening to me. So I just keep pushing every day. If you've made it this far, our bodies are designed to connect to the sunlight. Imagine the smallest thing in the universe, the Higgs boson. Realize that everything, everywhere, all at once, outside of space and time, everything imaginable and not imaginable would be made out of this particle. It's the smallest thing ever. So when you do that and you realize that everything else is just different structures of something that you can imagine, you recognize that everything is under your control in your imagination. Then you can start to shift your frequency upward, learn how to live in different songs, learn how to recognize the song and the experience that you're inside by being able to see the systematic bones of God. Then you can start to tailor your experience. And what I've found is that that's how I found my connection to sunlight. It's because I realized that there was a song being played into my head at all times. And that when I focused on the sun, the song got more beautiful and vivid. That's when I was able to, well, that and tons of different COVID experiences in the year of the metal rat when I was trapped in public housing in isolation and I had nobody but pedophiles, creeps, cops, cunts, crackheads, and crows. And I wasn't free to roam like I am now. I was trapped in a building where it was hard for me to get up from the bed and move to the bathroom because I would be so cold. In the middle of the summer, I'd wake up freezing and I couldn't move. And I had to learn how to fight that and convert energies and domino effects, like all the rappers I've just started line them up and knock them down like they some dominoes, right? I created the domino effect in my mind about how to convert energy. Then I started making songs about it, and then the whole world started catching on. Whatever I'm doing here in this fishbowl seems to be emanating through content creators and musicians and the creative collective. That guy's in the middle of the road for no reason. That's a car that I wanted to buy last night. Yep, Casey Rocky, Kurt Cass, Kendrick Curry, Cassius Culpepper, Cassius Clay, the Kelly Creative Collective, the Kansas City Chiefs. Who else? My friend Alexis, who was one of my first kisses, I think. The first titty I ever saw. And I really liked her and her family. I always had a crush on all three of them, and they lived up the road. Their father's name was KC the Great One. And he was living the life that I want now. I wanted 3 different Irish women, 3 different baby mamas. And he was just an archetype of a life that I could have lived, and he died. So the top of my feed last night was R.I.P. Casey the Great One. But all these KCs surrounding me, and my group is called the Kingdom. It was the Kingdom of Creative Champions. But now I'm just the king of creation, king of creativity, king of content. Nobody makes videos like this. The universe doesn't allow it to happen. It gives them bits and pieces, little sneak peeks at what the universe is really like to people that are aware. When live streamers on Twitch go out in public, it reveals itself a little bit. They don't have the obvious, because they don't have someone to point it out like me, I guess. Not to sound cocky, it's just probably the system I'm inside right now with everyone around me. It's probably the state of mind of the people that I'm in this town, probably converting and healing. Every time I build it up with the birds are chirping in acknowledgement because I called out to them to give me the nature vibes. You can literally go back and listen closely, because the birds are always aware of everything. The birds don't see reality the way you see reality and the way I see reality, and everyone has different realities. The birds are living in the common denominator between everything, and they're seeing our projections in front. If we're in a giant warehouse and our consciousness is producing this hallucination in front of us, and we're all walking around inside a warehouse with different hallucinations spewing from our eyes and our brains to hide the truth of what's really happening, and there are robots or demons or gargoyles or ghouls or whatever supposedly lurks in the subtext as sub-communication of reality. The birds are just seeing all of that for how it is. A bunch of lost people wandering around like this, and I learned how to see that. I've always known how to see that. And it seems like the world has been trying to gaslight me into forgetting, and they'll go so far as to traumatize and destroy everyone that I love and turn them against me. So I'm going to go steal some headphones. And I have a tarot reading that talked about a kid that is red and gray and gold and green, a Sagittarius, and then he named all the signs of all my friends that I felt betrayed me, that were gang stalking and trying to take my power away. He named the star signs of all those people, and he called them out by the pairings that they are, and I won't call them out because they know who they are, and they watch my channel probably. He called them out basically by name, like everything about them, and it said that they were all collectively jealous and tried a preemptive strike on me. They did something spiritually to stop me, something with police. So I'm assuming my mom called the cops or something. And it was just a guy laughing that it wasn't going to work, and that what I have is solid, and to just keep going. So if you want to see me out there rampaging through the streets with FouseyTube, Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Cash App in my channel description, KCO9989. Working towards a computer, a camera, a drone, a guitar, a winter coat, maybe a bench press to put out here, or a pull-up and dip bar, an e-bike conversion, a motorhome, a car, a truck camper type situation, a protection dog, self-defense classes, gym membership to shower and get in there. Stuff like that I'm working towards. I've got $1 right now because I just bought. Let me show you real quick. So it took me 3 weeks. I had to fight off 2 people. Last time I went down there, I had to save a life. I literally walked in, had to save a life. An old woman died in front of me, and I had to carry her to safety when no one else looked. They just batted an eye after an old lady passed it on the ground. Turns out she got like demonically possessed. Something like white culture attacked me through them afterwards and did a bunch of bullshit. But I finally made it. This is a Crossman F4 brake barrel, 1,1200 feet per second, .177 caliber. Come on, there you go. You wanna hear how it shoots, bitch? Safety off. See how hard that is? Then you load it up right here. You put a bullet in this, a .177 Hornet pellet. You wait for the crow. I wanted to make sure no one heard. So I want to get a guitar case to put that in the back. My wallet seems to have disappeared on me. So I'm a bit confused about what happened to my wallet as I was going to the store. But sooner or later, we'll probably all be using chopsticks. Which makes me feel better about how all these people are treating me. You stupid bitch. Okay. I don't feel like going back yet. This will be serendipity tutorial. See my red car? Let's name the cars. Look. Hello, I'm looking for cars. You have to hold it in enough. Okay, crow called this way. I looked, there's a red car. The red cars are circling me. This side has been purely gray. Red car far away. It's all gray cars, look. All gray cars on this end. I feel like a black one is coming. Yep. See how I called it? Just to prove to you I am a psychic. Black truck. And what else do you want? Biking has got my legs huge. Swole ass legs. So I'm filling out. I'm back on food stamps. So I have a shit ton of burritos that I can cook and eat instead of having to survive off McDonald's, because I thought that I was going to make it and I wouldn't need food stamps, and then I ended up spending all my donation money on food. So we're back with food stamps. I have a bunch of goals like pepper spray, mace. I just told you a bunch of shit that I'm trying to get. And then I'm just packing up and moving to the next place. Unless I get like a crow or something flying right to left, or some obvious thing that tells me to stay. There's a giant plane suddenly going left to right, which means that was contradictory to what I said I should stay. There's another left to right, a fly just flew behind me. So I will pack up and move. Thank you for watching. This has been Casey Francis O'Brien, the King in the North, the King of Content, a homeless orphan child that's been fighting to survive for 10 years with the truth of reality against the entire Matrix. I said, show me right to left if I should leave, and then my spirit animal, the peregrine falcon, is now flying way high in the opposite direction of where I said, and now it's turning around